So it's been less than 24 hours since the fight, and I was live streaming during the Ronda Rousey fight and Holm fight, and I didn't hear what the corners were saying because I was talking, and you can see the video of my genuine reactions and commentary of the fight. So I was talking while they were giving instructions to their fighter in between rounds, in between round 1 and 2. And from what I heard the media say is that Edmund, Ronda's coach, was giving her very, very bad advice during the round. So I rewatched the fight, and I heard what he was saying. And in between the rounds, we only saw half of it. We saw half of Holly's coaches and half of Ronda's coaches. And the first half, Ronda's coaches were telling her, Edmund was telling her, good, great job. She's going to come in with the right, and that's all we heard. He said, good job, great job. During the live stream, I said, if Ronda is smart, she's just going to run, no, not run, she's just going to go over there and literally try to grapple with her and take her down. That's it. Close the distance, take her down, if she's smart. No. Instead, she kept trying to do the same ass game plan that wasn't working. The thing with Mike Winklejohn and Greg Jackson is they are very much what happens in the fight, we have to adapt to it. If the fucking game plan isn't working, get rid of it. Ronda's coach, on the other hand, this idiot was telling her a great job and giving her more boxing advice. What? No. No. That just shows you Holly was very, very well trained in this fight. She did everything very good. Even when Ronda tried to grapple with her, Holly Holm picked her up and took her down. But I don't want to keep talking about the fight. What I want to say is, Ronda's mom, was she right all along about this fucking guy Edmund? She was right about one thing. He didn't even pay attention to her when she first started joining. But as many people already know, that is pretty much common. That's pretty common. Especially being a woman, that's even double. Especially Edmund being an old school boxing type of guy. You know, you got to earn his respect, whatever. So we had that playing along, and then we have fucking Travis Brown just telling everybody what the hell's going on with him and her, and she did not want that out. So there's a lot of different distractions. By the way, you follow me on Twitter. I tweeted out some funny ass GIFs of Dana White's reaction to the fight. That was funny as hell. Definitely check. I'll post some right now. Check these out. Anyway, what the hell's Ronda going to do? Is she going to go find another coach? When the rematch happens, are they actually going to have the same stupid-ass game plan? Ronda is not a better striker than Holly. We already know that. And there's some, dumb-ass people that were betting real-life money. How stupid are you? Don't do that. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. Even if you bet on Holly, you're an idiot. You don't know what's going to happen. So what's going to happen is this. We have a dominant champion. This is, if you've been watching the sport for a long time, this is nothing new. We have a dominant champion that got KO'd. They got beat bad, big time. So everybody is asking, what is Ronda going to do? Is she going to be the same? Is she going to come back? Is she going to demolish her? By the way, Ronda is favorite right now for the rematch. Okay? So they're probably going to do that at UFC 200. Like I said, Dana White's reactions to this, because he said it in the post-fight, this changes a lot of things. This changes the Cyborg fight, changes the Misha fight. And now imagine this. Imagine if Ronda loses again to Holly, and then the UFC EA game comes out and Ronda's in the cover. That's kind of weird. And then imagine this. And then imagine if Misha fights Holly and Misha wins. Then we fucking have Misha Tate as the champion in 2016, coming out second. Ronda coming out first. It's deja vu all over again. Strikeforce, baby. So what I was talking about is, let's look at the history of dominant champions that have lost and what happens. after they come back. All right, let's look at the history. Let's go way back. Miguel Torres, remember when he was steamrolling everybody, dudes? Remember when he got KO'd by Brian Bowles? He was never the same. He was never the same. And he was fucking extremely, extremely dominant. Everybody knows this if you've been watching the sport. Let's jump in ahead. Chuck Liddell, remember Chuck Liddell? You remember when he got KO'd by Rampage? He was never the same. He didn't come back the same. And he was dominant as fuck, guys. Let's move again ahead even more. Now, Ronda could do this. Remember GSP when he got knocked out by Matt Serra? At the time, GSP was not a dominant champ. He had just won the belt. So he was not dominant. He did not have that credentials, that aura, right? So what happened was he got better because of the KO. He learned from it. So now on to Ronda. She's been very dominant. She got KO'd. So is she going to be the same? Is she going to be worse? Or is she going to learn from it and get better? I don't know. But when we have dominant champions that get KO'd, they don't come back the same, dudes. Or maybe Holly just has her number. And then I jump to BJ Penn. Was BJ Penn the same after he fought Frankie? Right? And BJ Penn was a tremendous dominant champ. And we all know that. So, Frankie, there's two things. He didn't look the same after the Frankie loss. And Frankie just had his number, dudes. They fought 3 times. BJ just could not beat Frankie. And like I said, he did not look the same after the Frankie loss. Dudes, he started doing very odd things. Is Ronda going to get rid of this fucking guy, Edmund? Horrible corner advice. You're doing a great job. Scratch all that. For the rematch, you're going to go to what got you to the dance. Old school. Grappling. It's going to be grappler versus striker. Close the distance, clinch, takedown. But boxers are very good at the clinch. As we saw, when Ronda clinched her, Holly picked her up and took her down. And when Ronda was going for an armbar, Holly got out of it. But by that time, Ronda had taken a ton of damage, so she wasn't even 100% or in her right state of mind. So that's just what I wanted to say. How is Ronda going to deal with this? Is she going to go the way of Chuck Liddell, Miguel Torres? Or maybe just Holly has her number? Or is she going to be like GSP and learn from it and get better? I don't know. She hasn't taken a lot of damage so far, so, who knows? But she got wrecked. She got wrecked so bad, she didn't go to the post-fight press conference. She was in the hospital. She didn't do the post-fight interview. No word yet of her camp, nothing. And Holly's corner is doing interviews all over the place. You see interviews with them all over the place. So that's just what I want to say. Who knows what is going to happen next. But Misha Tate tweeted out smiley faces. Fucking hell. Anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. I'll see all of you later.